Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, where they stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also now we website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will bring this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you this morning. Mina Khadija Bangora.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Today na Tuesday, the 22nd day of July 2025. And inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, if you don't follow civil society organization, them now set of people and where people can consider as part of the pressure group, then we're supposed for whole government to account. But over the years, claims and on the come out say some civil society activists and the waking compromise and job because of politics. So today na this edition of the Breakfast Show, we dey look at waiting it mean if civil society activists them transition to active politics, waiting for expect. Now that's what they look at inside this edition of the Breakfast Show.
Well, this and other story them, they na the Breakfast Show for you. Remember, say yourself for the watch we go get the opportunity for add your voice to the conversation. By way how you for send we your message to the number +232 74200 545 +232 74200 545. Now the number that they for send we your message via WhatsApp. We will read on our messages them later on, and also you go send we your message, your thoughts, your comment on the topic, or they can look at through the comment section, any of the platform the way they watch we stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also na we website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Well, the topic they look at today now how civil society activists and people who are on the civil society space later on they end up for turn active politician them by way how they can run for political office system. Well, what in this mean if it continue for happen at the civil society space? The question they ask now waiting for expect. We'll get two people there between at the studio. One now a journalist and also a social commentator, where many a time don't they gain an opinion on issues that we get for do with national interest. Thomas Dixon there between at the studio. Good morning, Thomas.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right. We also get a renowned civil society activist, but no know if Ina still civil society again, but you can't confirm to we. But for a very long time, we don't really invoice on critical issues them, especially during the past Aneskoma regime, where Ina been president and one of the active civil society activists them will begin at the country where they criticize issues the way by then tending in opinion, it thinks say not be they happen the right way. We get Moses Selo Mambu, where now we see he say they run for a position na the Salon People's Party SLPP, they run for the public relations officer. Good morning, Mambu.
Good morning, and good morning, viewers.
All right. Now, with two studio guest ladies, so they set the pace for the conversation as they ask the question if civil society activists then continue for take part in mainstream politics, waiting for expect. So they start with you, Thomas Dixon. Thank God we get Mr. Mambu as one of the panelists them, and we will just use them as a case study. Now, one of the vibrant civil society them during the past regime, everybody been know for in strong views them on issues them we come to the past APC government. Now SLPP don't come na power. We still say don't come out, say it belong to the party, and even they run for executive position. If then here continued for the happen, waiting the future all for civil society, where they supposed for the part of governance and then for serve as watchdogs.
Thank you very much for having me. I think for put the discussion into context, one, we get for make them very clearly say that the right of every Sierra Leonean for assembly. That means for join anything we want for join. Section 26, subsection 1 of the 1991 Constitution give every Sierra Leonean that provision there. So if somebody say today I don't want for be civil society, I want for some politician, I'm right. If somebody say today me not being politician, I want for be journalist, I'm right. If somebody say I want for associate with a particular group of people, I'm right. Civil society organizations all over the world are driven by interest. So they are driven by interest, not just in Sierra Leone. And some of them, if you look at even the formation of political parties, normally can start with a civil society organization. An example na the ANC in South Africa. We are in it was a civil rights group advocating for a lot of people, rights, the rights of black, and subsequently then transform into a political party. Even when you look at the Democrat Party in the United States of America, some of the organizations that we become parts for letting form the Democrat Party, we are civil rights groups and civil rights movement. So it's not bad for the civil society activists or civil society active group decide say I want to become a political movement. It is their right. However, in the process of your civil society activism, there are principles of civil society where you need for uphold. And then principle there, you get autonomy. Where means a civil society therefore be independent from government and other powerful institutions for maintaining the integrity, the ability for advocate for their causes. The other one are accountability. When we say civil society therefore be accountable not just to the members, not just to the beneficiaries, that means the interest when they pursue, when they will benefit from, but to the wider public. Where I think that we don't miss in our civil society space, our civic space. The civil society group, the civil society activists, they are not accountable, and most of them not they maintain autonomy when they are independent. Another one are transparency. Civil society therefore be open and clear in the operation, decision making. Another one are participation. Civil society therefore actively involved in their members' boundaries, in their members, in the beneficiaries, and other stakeholders for ensure say that diverse voices are heard and considered. Another one are responsiveness. Civil society for be responsive to the needs of the beneficiaries and the members. Another one are contextualization, where I think we also miss now. You will see civil society, one civil society, they grab this, grab that, grab that, grab that. They don't get context. We may say civil society for understand and operate within a specific socio-political economic context of their work. So you will see one civil society organization, they say they talk for democracy, and they talk for environmental environment, and they talk for financial crime, and they talk for development, and they talk for this. So these are the primary, and these now civil society in the world, including, and then put them together, including the European Union, civil society, CFA, and then put them principles they are together, the special rapporteur, the United Nations, and put them principles they are together for our civil society organization for operate. Now you say for bringing Mr. Mambu into context. For me, I think Mr. Mambu would have lost a long ago at the civic space, you know. Mr. Mambu don't they advocate for government development, government agenda, maybe in civil society focus, the focus changed to so long ago. I listened to Mr. Mambuna AYV say 10 years, he say he don't become a member of the SLPP some 10 years ago. We may say he was a member of a political party and he was also a civil society activist. We may say the autonomy not been there. And that make you be see, they may appoint Mr. Mambu as a board member in a road maintenance fund, which means say the autonomy not there. You understand? So we've lost Mr. Mambu long ago, and not just Mr. Mambu. We have so many civil society players in Sierra Leone who don't lost. You know, we've seen recently appointment to government also have to be clear. Appointment to government, it depends on the person's ability for serve, in willingness for serve, because some man are civil society, but also a professional in area. So let's say, for example, you get a civil society activist where they champion clean energy, climate change, but also a professional engineer, electrical engineer. Then the president decides, you don't the advocate, let me make you Minister of Energy. If the person willing for serving country, is also a process of activism for a serving country in that capacity. So, then till get for me clear, we don't see a lot of civil society, the likes of Emmanuel Safa Abdullah, they have been appointed as a National Sports Authority boss. We've seen the likes of there are several civil society also where they get consultancies from government. So I think the civil space is being compromised. And in your question, they ask, what's the effect? I think the greater effect could be credibility and trust. Because at any time where somebody begin talk, it's not just now. I remember being small, who get this guy will later become chairman at SLBC. I was this head of the civil society movement. Everybody, we were happy. Festus Mina, we talk. We Festus Mina, they talk. We are very happy. We also may get Alpha Timbo then as Secretary General of Teachers Union. We are very, yes, we are very happy when they talk.
Like you don't name names now because not to the first time this way this starts for happen. We really want for the get them conversation here and know if this continue this kind of way. Waiting at the effect we go get. Now you make a very salient point. We get for do with the autonomy of them civil society activists and organizations here. That independence of them, if it become compromise, how it affects the advocacy we primarily then suppose for the do from a genuine point of view.
Well, as I say, they affect the advocacy because it dents the credibility of civil activism in the country. And also they create within which man called trust deficit. That trust not there between them and the people that they advocate for. Because as some civil society begin for talk so, you get people who go say, a position you want. This way you see they talk so while they appoint them. As they appoint them so, you go see they talk again. So you don't create already the credibility problem and trust deficit. As I mentioned, over the years, we don't see lots of people we don't dabble into politics. Which I want for let we know there is a difference between active politics, to dabble into active politics and to be appointed in governance. Civil society activists all over the world are being appointed into institutions of governance institutions. For example, take the Peace Commission. You get the executive secretary, they will not be a civil society, now civil society. That fall under in purview. You understand? They advocated for it, and government see the need. You get civil society activists and the Human Rights Commission, where themselves it fall under their purview. They advocate for human rights activities. Then you get constitutional, legally created spaces for civil society in some institutions, like for example the SLBC. RMFA. The SLBC get a legal civil society group way for represent the civil society space. You get NATCOM, you get, as you mentioned, RMFA for also represent. So those, then when they go represent the civil society, then for go represent the people and not themselves. You understand? So you get then, there is a reason why I make the drafters of the Constitution always say there should be civil society, there should be that voice. Where for always they speak truth, for example, in a board meeting. But this year, they do so. I don't think say go order well for the people. Me consultation I don't do. I don't wait first. I go do the consultation of the people. Let's see waiting at them views before we can pass this resolution.
But
that is not what is happening. I will tell you that is not happening at all. So you will get what we call reality theory versus practice. In theory, that's how it's supposed to be. In practice, it is different. So, for me, I think, say, first, now they right. Like, for example, he mentioned softly Jaina Bangura. Jaina Bangura went into politics as a politician. He contested in 2002 for a political party called MOP. MOP. So, Jaina Bangura had moved straight away to become a politician. He believed that he would have won and blah, blah, blah. So, and later joined the APC. So he was a politician. You have civil society people that they appoint. Government, they appoint them because of the knowledge, the technical expertise. They not join political party. They have been appointed because of their professional background, their integrity for serving the country. So that's the difference. But like when my brother they go so now, he's going now into politics. He's moving from the civil society space, and I think life is full of transitions. He's moving. He's transiting to another space from civil society. The only concern is that if he's saying that he has been a civil society activist for 10 years, he has been a member of a political party for 10 years. Then the question about his independence and his autonomy is a problem.
They always they talk as civil society clearly being.
Yeah, there was an agenda. There was a hand behind.
You think it was genuine?
Well, from what I listened to on DJ Basin program the last time, I know and I conclude say it was not genuine. There was a political hand. And when you look at the line of in advocacy lately, you could clearly know say this person is a support the government. Anything where the government they do, I think they form civil society for the movement for development. Also, is that also
Service delivery.
Service delivery to promote government service delivery. Yes, consortium of that is to promote government agenda. You understand?
All right, lawyer reform, Mambo.
Yeah. Thank you.
During Thomas in submission, one of the highlights there, now how you've been genuine during the past regime with your advocacy. And this one to Thomas Norman all this view, na popular view out there. And you now one person where lots of people on the question say, wanna be there into the advocacy for an agenda. Now the agenda don't actualize. You don't come out now and show the true color of your advocacy.
Thank you very much. I think, say, the foundation we have set for this discussion, Thomas already set and clearly. The examples, the names we have for set, for make we get this conversation so people go clearly able to understand the transition from civil society to politics, a perfectly laid foundation in there. Few of the things I want to add, we Thomas not able to lay as a matter of premise for where we are. Now that's one, civil society is not a paid job. Civil society, not a job where they give you appointment for good day. Like for me, I don't be a member of the SLPP since I reached 18 years. If Thomas go remember very well, me na one of the people who will be the school. I know buying plenty time. We start the anti-violence movement. He knows about it. Me and this Bobo now with the head that we be the St. Edward's Secondary School. We formed the anti-violence movement because Thomas know there were times that this country, just after the war, after 1997-98, the schools became very brutal. Albert Academy boys, model, Kelly, go see that they go na Sakila Road being grown. There are times that King Tom, Edwards, they block the school. Go play school league. The violence means so much. To a point that he remember very well, the former minister then banned school sports, na stadium, then banned her completely. Because after that game, then they find out which student they go and broke people, they motorcar jog, woman and bag. So we began for form anti-violence movement those days. So I began at school, the activism was part of me. So the premise at the time for Leonaya is having a passion for something, activism for see something change is a passion. Even where I said, oh yeah, it inside me. Advocacy also a need for understand that as a civil society or journalist, we are not police officers. We not police officers. We advocate for concerns where we see say government need for pay attention to. The question then remain, government pay attention to it or they not pay attention to it? All the powers where we get according to constitutions and the principles where the govern we work, now for make sure say we blow the whistle. Now, at this stage of my life, I still believe in them principles that we are home. Principle number one, my integrity, since I did in the civil society space, no ever change. Two, my beliefs that service delivery, every Sierra Leonean deserve a better life, and no ever change. However, going into politics, they give me a better footing for advocate now from inside. Because now I get the platform for sit down with the people who we always done the advocate to for effect them policy change there. I go make example. Mabel and Khadija Wisidoya, they were part of the breed of 98.1. They were part of the breed of what 98.1 becomes, the voice of the people, giving voice to people for articulate issues. But at a point in time in their life, they move from 98.1 and take another career. Look at where they are today. So Motorman in itself, life is transition. I don't spend the last 1.5 decades of my life in the space of civil society, making sure I give voice to people, making sure I hold government accountable. Now, at this stage of my life, I take that advocacy now into a full-blown politics. We not change. My beliefs for beliefs say, this country, people and deserve light. If you go na host, you lay down, you bear full. If you make sure say the road then at this country all make. These are beliefs we are whole.
But if
I believe
you go now into active politics as far as holding an executive position for the SLPP, where they in governance, how critical you go be of the regime if things not happen right? Well, because for more this regime come, nobody know ever hear Moses Mambu. No. Critically come out and call out the government on issues there when are of national interest.
Okay, I'll give you an example where I don't hold this government. This government don't in power 7 years. So for let you hold me accountable for that one day in itself, it will put you credibility to question. Because for the past 7 years, like for example, for me, you can go online, it's all over. Me now one of the few people we hold this government accountable when it comes to school fee subsidies. Because the agenda of this government was free quality education. Free quality education can never succeed if you not provide the required resources, capacity where the schools they need for function. I hold this government accountable. There were a time we went for budget hearing. The Ministry of Education budget, I send them out, say let them go do them back. And I don't hold the Ministry of Finance accountable that every quarter, before the start of the quarter, school fee subsidies for don't go because that one day, for example, they help the schools them for go.
So on hold them accountable. Why your voice not as loud as before?
So my voice always loud. My voice and loudness not ever change. In fact, going into politics now, my voice get for be louder. You know, that gets series of political implications. For example, me now as CSO Mambu the vibe for the position of the public relations officer for the biggest political party in Africa, when are the SLPP political party. That not change my views for belief say things need for change and the government need for do more for better the lives of the people. Now, as the spokesman for the party, when you talk for an organization or for a political party, when I talk, they listen to the feedbacks. Those feedbacks where they get are the channel and straight to the party leadership and the government leadership, because fortunately, now the political party where they vie for, now in their power. So it is easy now for effects then change then they, because the political party at executive level go understand. That is the beauty of SLPP. SLPP is the Arikama. SLPP is the only political party where you look the executive structure. It gets all walks of life. It gets all tribes there inside it. It gets professionals from different backgrounds. Now, they can get somebody from the civil space as their mouthpiece. That one day for be a beautiful thing for this country. And I do believe that the people of this country, the grassroots of this country, believe say now that they can't get a shoulder where they can lean on. That they can't get a voice inside a political party where they speak on their behalf. Because the original politicians were born, their whole career is politics, not know what I know about what people feel and how for effect those change. We go change the lives of the people.
Transition period now, but still on also you come out with the transition out for coming to full-blown politics. The independence of waiting you be done they say, credibility issues, waiting you be done they say over the years. Like you say, you joined the APC, the SLPP, sorry,
more than 10 years.
Since you were 18 years,
yes,
you done they do this. And everybody knows that the same the way be the advocates, let we go back the former President Nkrumah regime. People be done they hear your voice. Also, you be the draw the line from your political ambition where you been get, so you be the nurture the same day, but yet still be the use the platform as an advocate, say you the advocate for the people. Also, you be the draw the line between politics and national interest.
So there's a difference between being a member. I can be a member of Liberty Online TV. I didn't know on a WhatsApp group, but I never participated. Nothing wrong they do. You can be a member of Liberty TV, but your objectivity of what you stand for not ever change. I have been a member of the SLPP and not ever affect my credibility. I can make example. Thomas will talk about America. We get private companies. Imagine Nasalon now, like what's in the happen in America. Imagine Nasalon, Lebanese man there, businessman there, business tycoon there, begin donate money to political parties publicly for fund their elections. What is Sierra Leoneans then go say? Oh, them business people, yeah, they don't take sides. You go see sometimes the government go to run after some people them where they fund the political parties them. Now, when you go abroad, for example, in America, you see business people. We see recently Elon Musk, they give $1 million a day for make sure say people vote for Donald Trump. So what am I saying? It not affect the credibility of the United States government if Lillian Mox in company they misbehave for take action against her. No, it not they affect her. So credibility starts with oneself. My credibility as a civil society activist have never affected my lineage, my political lineage to anybody. The fact of the matter is, when you take a position at a particular point in time, you get for make sure say you serve to the best of your conscience and to the ability for carry this country go before. Some of we this country know we go ever remain for remember we say we both don't bash government and we don't work with government. So Adikam, la just land me point. Adikam, of course, la just land me point. La just land me point. For example, la just land me point. When Ernest Kroma launched the free healthcare, now we run with her. I worked with the government because the policy of the free healthcare of the then government was good for lactating mothers, was good for pregnant women at that particular time. I went to every district, every chiefdom in this country, making sure they accept the free healthcare with Ernest Kroma count with. The Ebola fate. At a particular point in time, the government then, Ernest Kroma, needed civil society for stand side by side with the government for make sure say people adhere to the precautionary measures of the Ebola fight. I stood with the then government and Ernest Kroma government for make sure say we launch a massive advocacy drive for make citizens they understand that Ebola is a dangerous disease. We have to stand toe-to-toe with the government for listening to the precautionary measure. So CSO Mambu have not only been bashing government, successive government, but have also worked with government because for me, civil society is not police officer, and he knows that. The media is not police officer. Both civil society and the media, our mandate is to continue to bring out the stories, is to continue to advocate for people, welfare to change. Freetown need light. We all they put we voice together. And holla, government, Freetown get blackout. For make we economy go before, we need for make sure say light then a Freetown. That is advocacy. Now, if the government don't do them, then go say, okay, well, we are financially constrained. This is the first time now a civil society activist they can become the mouthpiece of a political party where I believe say wherever Sierra Leoneans are today for the Gladi. You know why? I can't maybe land my point. Because this is the first time that now they get an advocate where also they can be a mouthpiece of a political party. What's it done? They tell you two things. Number one, they can say he who feels it knows it. I have been with the people. I have slept on the ground. I don't live in every part of this country. I know the stories of the people. I know what's in the lane man they go through. I know the cries of the suffering mother. I know what's in the suckling mother they go through. So when I becomes the mouthpiece of the great SLPP party, who happens to also be in governance, what's in they tell you? At the channel, the concerns of the people now, where I've been there at the space, at the channel are now within government. Because when I go on radio, for example, I talk on radio on what SLPP they do. Then I get the feedback of what the government they do. And now go get the capacity for book an appointment with the leader, where I not go get too much bureaucracy. I go the leader, this and this were the feedbacks that came on what I go do on radio. This needs to change, sir. This needs to change, sir. Then I also go able to channel and through the line ministries.
Patterns and practices clearly don't show na this part of the world when it comes to politics. People link their allegiance to them political party rather than the interest of the people. So it clearly shows say what you they talk so not get for happen.
No, it happy. I tell you why. You know why? I know one political.
Why?
No, let me give you the reason.
Listen, why people for even believe you? Because
so
10 years.
So lad,
for the past 7 years from now,
lad, you the reason why people for believe
say
me.
You na civil society, they put the interest of the people. Today now, you they vie for a position.
Of course, I don't make that example. So lad, give the reason why. Make I give clearly the reason why. Okay, I dey vie for the publicity sector of a political party. I don't transition. I don't tell the foundation just not say civil society, you don't need appointment for goodie. Not to possibly appoint this man say can't go be journalist. You go to college, you train, and you get a conviction. Some of the passions and the career what they come into, na passion. Sometimes somebody they admire Mabel. You go say, I want to be Mabel. They be journalist. Some people they will be journalists. I know thousands of journalists. They don't even get any paper on mass communication. They don't have it. But they have the passion. They don't nurture those passions. It don't become a reality. That's what they happen. So for me, my integrity, my credibility have been intact. So if I left the space now, I don't left the space with me head high. And I know Sierra Leoneans then they be me. Because as I say, this is the first time whether they can get a spokesman of a political party. We don't dare on the other side. So, we don't feel the pains of the people. So moving now to a political party, it means say, me beliefs The things that we have been nurtured, we have been doing at Albert Academy, we have been nurtured, we lead me into activism. No change. These are values where they with me. They're not a change at all. I go make an example of somebody, Naya, with a minister now, 𝐶𝐬𝐿 don't nurture the issue of advocating for women and girls. Since
a cause.
Yeah, I come.
He not to be that kind of advocate
No,
where they call out a particular regime.
He has been calling out
when
the regime.
When it comes to issues of feminism.
No, he has been calling out regimes.
He get a cause of feminism.
No.
He not be the advocate on social issues.
No, if feminism is social issues is issues.
No, let me get them clear.
No, I come.
You on advocacy where you be there on, you be there on full-blown advocacy calling out the past regime. And by then, they unite card carrier of the SLPP.
Yes.
What you go say to somebody will be say, they use the civil society space for disguise.
No.
Push your agenda of your party.
That comes with a credibility, what you believe in. You can even be, I have seen, no, I can't.
You go say to somebody, we go say Mambu, be there to the space, disguising for be a civil society advocate, when I be a card carrier of a political party. You don't disguise to be a civil society. You don't disguise to be a journalist. I don't tell you say it's a passion. So what I go say to that person there, for the advocates for change the lives of people, situations, whether economic or social, have been a passion of Mambu. And that passion there, as they go into politics, that passion not they ever change. Now that can bring you back to my point where I mentioned 𝐶𝐬𝐿 have been a critical voice to successive governments regarding policy changes on how this government and other governments don't they look at the issues of women and girls. I have participated in so many of those things. But even as a minister now, as a communication minister now, as an information minister now, that advocacy where you been getting at the civil society world don't transform into government. And we see some of the advocacies where you don't push because they now have a seat on the table. Because as I say, we not all police officers. We not get the power for quasi government for change and make effects for the lives of the people. The power where you get at this space, including all of us who are in media and CSO, now for make sure so we continue for bring out the issues. Whether government take the issues, they make the changes, or they not take them. The effects of me going in now is that I now have a seat at the table for continue the things that we have been believing. The passion. You guys believe, why I can inside this studio just now tell una say, but una know the old. Why? Because you guys since birth una get passion for journalism. Not that una no get other career, but you had this is something una don't nurture. Una get the passion for them. Now you make una the do them. For make sure say I advocate for the lives of the people of this country for change is something where I get passion for. But for let that one day become more effective, efficient, and get results. And now they go into full-blown politics for make sure say I continue for work with the politicians. Because some of these politicians, some of these politicians not actually know the plight of the people because they have not directly worked with the people at the grassroots level the way I don't work with them. There are 3 layers of people. Then can say when monkey walk, now monkey for it. But in the sphere of politics, you get the big monkey, when are the leaders of the party. When they send and down, instead you reach to the monkey, you get babu then where the whole and middle. So the masses, not the feel, waiting really the government they send down.
Contest, so you supposed to be the mouthpiece of the SLPP if you win this position.
Yes.
How you plan for work around that? If you want to be the mouthpiece of the party, how you plan for put the interest of your party and that of the interest of the public, where you say you want continue for advocates for?
Thank you. So
how you plan for work with the
two? So first of all, the SLPP slogan is say one country, one people. So for the fact that you belong to the SLPP political party, you are a Sierra Leonean. That's one of the way. For the fact that you now they owe a political position within the SLPP, one country, one people, it means it is now Sierra Leone. SLPP, every Sierra Leonean is a member of the SLPP.
You make decision for choose the interests. Also, going to be paramount to the interest of your party or the people.
The interest of the party is the interest of the people. SLPP was formed out of the interest of the people after colonialism. So the SLPP interest is the interest of the people. So there will be no time where I go choose between the people and SLPP. Because SLPP is the people is SLPP. That is why we call the SLPP party one country inside one people. There's no division in the SLPP. The SLPP stands for Sierra Leoneans. The SLPP cuts across boundaries. The SLPP is the biggest political party who don't exist in this country and sub-Saharan Africa. When you belong to the SLPP party, it gives you the democratic credentials for continuing for advocate for the people, because SLPP is the only political party we don't lay a true political structure for change the lives of this country, not just for today, but for the generations yet on come. That is why anytime with the SLPP in power, that they bring policies where they see the effect today. For example, the free quality education. A lot of people they underrate them. We don't start 5 years ago. I can tell you there are thousands of students today. We don't go through, we don't begin the free quality education since 2018. Today, they're at universities. Are we seeing those effects today? No. 10, 15 years from now, we talk about create NASIT. People don't see the benefit. They be the cost and say, now the rest they don't hold for being lasted. But today, whether you're APC, whether you're SLPP or NGC, thousands of Sierra Leoneans they participate from the NASIT benefit, including Thomas Dixon. I don't even know if you get a NASIT card, where is it? But then there will be discussion for tomorrow.
All right, Mambu, continue for the with we at the studio. And in case you just tune in, this is the breakfast show we watch live na Liberty Online TV. We stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also na we website. Today, the topic they look at now if civil society activists them continue for calm na mainstream politics, waiting for expect to get Moses Mambu when I be a renowned civil society activist, but according to Ram, he say they go now into mainstream politics and even the vie for the National Publicity Secretary for the SLPP. And we'll get Thomas Dixon, a social commentator and also a journalist. Yeah. The question where lots of people only ask now, if even this new set of civil society activists them, where they hold the Bureau regime to accountable, if they're genuine, if power change, new regime come, then self no go like the likes of Moses Mambu now?
Before I answer that question, I think there are several things that we Moses Mambu talk I think we need for shape up our panel bit a little. We talk about say civil society, not for police, yes. Advocacy. There is another role of civil society which is the adversarial role, challenging authorities. Coming it, challenging authorities, tell them, say this one they do. I think this is the role where Moses Mambu been the play before SLPP can have power. The adversarial role, challenging the system then. But when SLPP come na power, Moses Mambu get a radical departure from the adversarial role. It's just like a journalist who been the exposing the ills of government. As government change, so you see the journalists begin for do advocacy, they to write about human rights, they begin to write. It shows that the journalists have been compromised. So if a civil society will be very adversarial and suddenly change to advocacy, yeah, the advocates now and the advocacy itself get for based on government interest. That civil society has been compromised. Now, he also talk about, he mentioned una transition from 98 to liberty. Your transition from 98 to liberty is not from journalism to another thing. It's from journalism to journalism. It's just that you decided to change an institution or forget your institution for yourself, which I think is laudable. His transition is from being a civil society to go into politics, which for me I think is right. What will be the talk about now for we don't tell we say from 2018, a member of this political party, and that you've been a member of this political party from 2018, and that at the same time you are a civil society activist, and you were holding government, the then government accountable, hiding under the cloak of civil society activism, and now you don't come on at that same side you tell we say from. It means you have been deceiving the people all this while. That's what I need to put. Now coming to your question about what it will be a vicious cycle. People know that civil society space now. Therefore say, okay, we don't see you say Moses Mambu then become adversarial to government, and we government change hands and they don't go join the government. We don't see say I think it's also been happening in our profession in the media. People go tell you, we don't suicide them, people they don't appoint them as press attaché. And then in the last government, and then they oppose them. But when government don't change hands, they don't appoint them as press attaché. It means that we are working for that. You understand? Now to say that the SLPP interest is the national interest, It's not totally true.
No, that is totally
no. It's not.
No, it is totally true.
When you were talking,
no, but it's no. Tomo,
no, I was just quiet.
No. The point is, it is totally true.
No, it's not true.
No, it is totally true.
A political party's interest is not necessarily.
No, well, that is contextual now.
It's not necessary.
No, that is contextual now.
Allow me to learn.
No,
we are talking.
No, but you mislead the public. No, but you are misleading the public now.
I kept quiet. You. I kept
quiet. No, but you mislead the public. You cannot say a political party's interest is not the country's interest. The SLPP won election twice because the popular majority of this country believe in the agenda of the SLPP. And the opportunities where SLPP they provide, every Sierra Leonean the benefit. And SLP President Bio have never asked a question, are you red or are you green? President Bio is taking development to every spheres of this country.
Relax.
No, I just want to keep out in context. Because we there.
This PR way to go, so PR activity is not about
no, it's not. No, it's not. But you have to listen. As a PR, you have to be firm.
Too much perturbed.
No, I'm not perturbed.
You look perturbed.
No, I am 100% focused.
Activity should be strategic.
No, I'm very strategic.
Communication should be strategic.
I am very strategic. No, but him saying, no, what he's saying is misleading.
I have a communication expert.
Same here.
Communication should be strategic.
My communication to the public is very strategic.
Political communication.
And I'm even, I'm even a political communicator. So it makes it even higher.
So Mambo, please allow him. We'll come back to you.
No, but the problem is, I allow him. But you know what say, every political party's agenda is the country's agenda.
No, it's not.
The
reason why I make every political party's agenda is not the country's agenda. I make a party them present manifesto. After if they win the election, what then they do? Then they do consultation generally on the manifesto, then they come with a national agenda. The manifesto, no, they necessarily change to the national. No, wait, I'm coming.
No, that's not true.
That is true.
When the SLPP ready for put together a manifesto, they do nationwide consultation.
I can say that is true. You had a manifesto, but when it comes to
but putting together the manifesto,
SLPP created the medium-term development.
Not the SLPP, the government of Salon.
I tell you why
the government of Salon.
Why they not say the new direction manifesto don't use our term?
No, the government of Salon.
Even the donors will not validate it.
No, they will.
Because it's coming from a political party point of view.
No, it's not get the general. You see, you miss. No, it miss the context. This is where it miss.
Okay, it's okay. Oh, that's why you want for the agitate. Let the other man, not read the other.
No, they hear you, but if you mislead the public, now my duty for correcting.
When you come to
I need to bring you back into context of the conversation.
A communicator forget a candle.
I have it.
So have the candle.
No, I have the candle.
So that the people can understand.
No, I have the nitwit, but if you for let the people understand, your debates have to be guided.
No, you can't guide my debate.
No, I can't. Okay, carry on.
So as I say, for let you sit down here and say the SLPP agenda. Now, the country agenda is very misleading. The SLPP agenda, first of all, political parties, the agenda, now for grab power. Now, the agenda, the major agenda of political parties to get power. This nation in agenda, now development. Sierra Leone agenda, the Sierra Leoneans agenda, now for come out of poverty. The Sierra Leonean agenda, now for ensure say light day, good health facility day, now the Sierra Leonean agenda. Not necessarily the SLPP agenda. The SLPP agenda now for grab power. What they don't grab power, so for maintain power and continue for enjoy the largesse of power. That's not the agenda. So for somebody to sit here that you have countries that way then get a national development agenda, which every government can tap into them. Bakababi create one for we called Vision 2025. We'll not look into that. When an Escoma come, campaign on the agenda for prosperity. Later, that agenda for prosperity, they then transform them, get wider consultation, views of all, and form a national agenda. Madabio campaign on New Direction Manifesto. Where it later on, that New Direction Manifesto, then do a lot of hired consultant for look at the national agenda. And the national agenda, and then develop the medium-term national development plan. So for you to say your party agenda is the nation agenda. It's not entirely true.
Okay. So
but you don't eat me.
Okay, so the people need to the people need to understand.
You don't eat it to me. Relax. It's
okay.
So that's again another side where I think say, come out clearly. I mean, brother, now as you rightly don't say, come out clearly. So when it comes to you question about the vicious cycle, will still remain. People ending away in civil society activists, where what thing happen at the civil society activists in Sierra Leone? There is a group of civil society activists in where then they victimize. Since after the 2023 disputed election, where all others, international observer, including your local observer, say the election gets statistical inaccuracy. It was Moses Mambu and others who were parading. No, that particular civil society organization doesn't have to say that. We're not to the normal say so. Even the Qatar Center, the European Union, they all say so. But now Moses Mambu then, that they tell you say he was a member of a political party. He was pushing the agenda of the SLPP. So for him to sit here and say no, I was credible and my integrity was intact in 2023 here, when Marcella and others today they are being victimized by the people within the group. The government created a civil society against a civil society. So with civic space, you get Marcella and others where they so. You get Mambu and others who are the political puddles where they so. And then they victimize. They shrink, what in government they do, then they weaponize one set of civil society against another. And when you watch internationally, those civil society when they victimize, now they get the clout. Now they get the clout. We don't see outside people that don't use Renaissance in this country. I was supposed to be a founding member of Renaissance movement. Me padi lamranaba. They can meet me about Dixie Law. I say no. I say them people and they will see. I say me no go be member. They have an agenda. And it happened, all of them in Renaissance, where are they? They had an agenda, the hidden agenda. For me, I don't make it clear. No one for the person vex say, now they right. Myself now Dixon. You know, go reach some part of my life, I say, like, take another part. It's my right.
So according to Mambulaya, him holding a position of the PRO, it go still they use advocacy against the SLPP. You see that happening?
It's not happening.
No, it will.
Let me come to you. When you take up a PR, on a PR position, I they take. When you take up a PR position, now for communicate the vision and mission of the institution. In this case, he's contesting for the PR position of the SLPP. Is to communicate the agenda, the vision and mission of the SLPP. And in this case, as the communicator, they get forget directive from the seniors. You know, they just can't so and can't talk. They get forget directive. There is a clear line.
Plan for put the interest of empathy.
Or else, the Secretary General will assume the role. They go to tell us, we don't see I don't happen a political party. When the SLPP was in chaos, we saw the Secretary General assuming the role. So you in politics, in PR in particular, if I'm a PR for liberty, I know they go talk so for liberty.
I ask any question.
I make in PR, then they tell you say PR is supposed to be a management function. Meaning, if the issue come, I for don't discuss with me, help me leaders them. The chain of command. I for don't discuss with them, and then for tell me say, on this you they go talk. Now you for stress. On this press release where you don't write, so remove this line, put this line. Not so that you civil. When I mean the civil society the consortium, it was the end all and be all of the organization. At the SLPP, you can't be the end all and be all of the organization.
So I ask Mambo the question, say. Why people for trust and say it go still use in advocacy skill. According to I say go still they call out the ills of the government.
It's saying at the first advocacy we advocate, we don't become we they go for PR and the SLPP. El Taiba, and maybe not Sabia.
I know very well.
𝐓𝐡𝐨𝐽𝐬 was the president of Sierra Leone Association of Journalists. SLAJ is one of the biggest civil society organizations in this country. And also 𝐓𝐡𝐨𝐽𝐬 was a media person who is an advocate for the people. He became this position he go for. He won an election and became the publicity secretary of the SLPP. So that is it. And then the SLPP is not the biggest political party in Africa.
One of, I told you.
It will be considered that the SLPP is the biggest political party in West Africa.
No, it's one of the biggest in Africa.
But in Africa, you have about 5 or 6 parties.
The SLPP is one of the biggest in Africa.
The SLPP. You understand? The largest political party in Africa is the ANC. He knows that. So sometimes you not use one of and now they use the one of.
No.
Because
it's one of.
Dots the eyes and cross the teeth.
No, I told you it's one of.
A very tricky one before cancel Mambo.
Yeah, man.
He's running for the PR.
Yeah.
Wege for me say it be the mouthpiece of the SLPP. Yesterday we host a conversation now. We get the PRO for the APC. And we get Patrick Mada Koma. We say in the outgoing PRO for the North America branch. CD Tunis believes say 2028 elections, now don't deal, then they win them. The APC they come back. Which means if that happen, Mambo Naya go be opposition PRO. Then if he come back into advocacy, would there be a space for him?
No,
There's no more space.
No,
That's not even a question.
No, it's a question. It's not for you. Allow me. Allow me.
No, that is not even a question because it's not happening.
Allow me. The question is not for you. For me, I don't think it will come back.
But again, for the serve as a PRO.
Again, for serve as publicity secretary of him party, the mouthpiece of him party for project them. First, by the way, I think this whole issue about 10 year, not only the first 10 this, it don't come up. I can remember, but I think it's a misconception. I can remember late Dr. Kadisi saying one of the interview then in Alpha Khan at 98.1. Tell Alpha Khan, say, this one they cancel now will turn. And Alpha Khan begin for the bunker. I think what the APC should do now is to get a candidate that has a very good record, to get a candidate that is developmental oriented, to get a candidate that will enhance as an embodiment of the country. Because we are badly divided, a candidate will get the support of everybody in this, almost all regions of this districts of this country.
So now PR, you do so now for you.
The SLPP also need a candidate where they go able for sale, because it was very difficult for Mada Bio for win that 2023 election. If the statistically they not be they not do statistical gymnastics.
Gymnastic happen.
You don't see the EU report.
No,
you saw the EU report.
No, the EU report not say gymnastics happening.
They say statistical inaccuracy.
That's it.
Now,
no question the credibility of the outcome.
They say statistical inaccuracy, not on the outcome.
That's an opinion. It different from the fact.
We local observer, or not observe Boku election. Also point out mathematical maladies.
Propaganda they do.
It's just I say that you get civil society.
Then propaganda they do. Then propaganda.
Victimize the others.
I know Alex even call new.
Kata Center.
No, Kata Center was compromised by Samora Kamara. Kata Center was compromised by Samora Kamara. I can tell you how. Kata Center have never, for a long time, they have not observed our election in Sierra Leone. Samora Kamara went to Kata Center in Washington. All of the sudden, of course, he went there. The evidence is all over. No, because it was after his visit to Kata Center. That was then why Kata Center applied to ECSL for can observe the election.
Dr. Samaya for response.
Okay, he will respond later, but that is the fact. So let come to the point.
We will come back to you.
No, let respond to
we will come to you shortly. You still watch the Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV, and today we look at the issue of civil society activism, where they decide for go full-blown politicians. If this continue, waiting for experts, and that's what they discuss at this edition of the Breakfast Show.
All right, welcome back. You still watch the Breakfast Show live na Liberty Online TV. where they come to you from Facebook, YouTube, and also they stream now we website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Well, from that commercial break, they can out to we studio guest them again as we still get Moses Selumambu, where na be a renowned civil society activist, but now he don't go into mainstream politics and they vie for a position of the PRO for the Salon People's Party, SLPP, and a renowned journalist and social commentator, Thomas Dixon, where they ask the question, if civil society activists then continue for going to politics, waiting the nation for expect, we don't start the conversation and they continue. They come back to you, Moses Mambu. Yes. Now you want the delegates of the SLPP for votes for you, yes. But Sierra Leonean them will be know you for your critical views on the past regime. They see you say you deceived the nation.
So Sierra Leoneans then trust me because I have been credible enough for occupy that space day, and I've been credible enough and transparent to the Sierra Leoneans when I'm ready to move on, as I move on now. So that one day it's a huge credibility which Sierra Leoneans go always impose on me. So the delegates them of SLPP, are they run for be the PRO, the mouthpiece of SLPP, because na me no more than this race when na APC the Ariobo, na me na APC the Gina Musa. Number two, me na the only candidate where they run for this race. We get an agenda. How I want can work with that office day for make SLPP sexy again, for make SLPP attractive again to una the journalists them, people them. No, they do am. I give them a lot of credit. My predecessor them, the late Honorable Musa Tambasam, the right Honorable 𝐂𝐢𝐈𝐿 Lima. These were soldiers for this party. They were fighters. 𝐂𝐈𝐈 Lima fought selflessly. He laid his life on the line for this party. I want can rest on their shoulder. But in communication, in PR, it keep revolving. New trend keep coming in. So I want come in as much as I build on the legacies of 𝐂𝐈𝐿 Lima and that of Musa Tambasam. I come with new ideas. Because the election 2028 is going to be tough. It need new ideas, innovative ideas. Ideas we're going to bring the party together. Now he make a brand myself say, I am coming in as the new political commentator, the new political communicator for this particular party under 4 agenda. The first agenda where I get, now we can put together all the one the way they talk for SLPP by sector. If we talk about all the PROs of the party, the bloggers of this party, and they can put them under one umbrella of the SLPP, give them capacity, train them, so that they go get the weapon. There's a song in the Bible where it say, give me ammunition, oh, I want to go to the battlefield. So they can't give them ammunition. The ammunition where they need for continue for talk for this party, cohesively, accurately, for pass genuine, accurate message on timely. Because one of the propaganda where APC get, if Samora Kamara wake na money is cap up, the least APC supporter na Krobola, they get them. Because they get them propaganda machinery and then get the channel where they pass them, through them blogger them. So I want come for building capacity. The other aspect is, SLPP is right now missing out on young voters. It miss out. We are not attractive again so much to young people. People away by 2028 go don't reach the voting age. People away don't feel say they don't be forgotten. They don't get way. And we get 2 original channels of communication in this country, the radio and the television. Now, I want to come explore under my second point, the new media. That is, I want to revitalize all social media platforms for the SLPP. I want to make SLPP is connected to the people who matter, the young people, the voters, no matter where you are, using heavily the social media. I want to bring back Twitter, SLPP Twitter, what they call X now. I want to bring back SLPP Facebook, SLPP YouTube.
You need to pay we for can.
No, I cannot. I get to Thomas. I want let the
you need to pay for talk to you.
No, I am a candidate, so the opportunity I have where they allow just lay me platform. I can't to Thomas. Everything where Thomas talk was wrong. He know he's wrong.
No time is money.
Yes, I know, but I come back for that. But this is the opportunity I have. I know can no more the banter award with Thomas go up and candle. He know he's a hard crack. I'm even a lion. So if I let the delegates them, let them let them understand whose platform Mambu they bring. What's new where Mambu they bring to the SLPP. Now they tell una so. I want to expand on with social media reach.
No,
I know, but this is an opportunity. I'm a candidate for a political party for my position. And you bring another candidate yesterday. So what is important?
He did not campaign.
No, but because he don't have a platform. Me get a platform where I want for lay out to the people. He did not campaign because he don't have a platform. Mada Kuroma have nothing to tell the supporters of SLPP. I have
another candidate.
No, because
bring una for a debate.
No, I know. You don't get
focus on.
So let's just land at 4 points. Let's just land because I know wherever delegates are sitting now, they are eager for Yeri Mambu in platform. So part of the social media I also want for bring a committee for messaging. I want for put together experts, communication experts, PR experts like Dixon, we sit on here. I want put them together for the look at messaging for the SLPP. So that they committee, they're experts in PR, and they bring them all together into a PR committee. So go they look at messaging. If we say this week, the election where President Bio win as the chairman of ECOWAS, what's in political implication to Sierra Leone? That message they Thomas Dixon and other experts they were go put together, go look at them, they carve them in a way so that when we push them, it go get a political impact. The final thing I want to look at the capacity for that office there. The PR office of the SLPP need capacity. When they look at new media now, when they operate online, so the SLPP have to be present online too. So they look at capacitating that office there for make sure say the top-notch technology then they did. Paid up expertise then they staff then they we get the know-how for make you able to respond to the communication needs of the SLPP quick one no matter who say you didn't Krobola even if Thomas Dixon go lay down here in baby where you remember in voice now your host he go grab for say oh no this is the PR and I don't grab so to the issue now of Thomas raised
you say you na APC the Ariogbo
and then Juna Musa na 2 in 1 because if you put Ariogbo and Juna Musa that APC done they don't finish. No other one not left again. They are done.
One of you clip them will go viral.
They are finished.
One of you clip them will go viral.
Yes,
you
sir.
believe say you able for make the APC go back in opposition.
No, they stayed. They did already.
Then stay in opposition.
Correct you, that's a yes, man.
After the 2028 elections.
Yes.
Now we there for analyze. You being civil society, but you still be the old a card for the SLPP.
Yes, but not participating. There's a
the
difference.
issue of honesty come to mind.
Yes.
How honest you been there with your advocacy?
I am very honest. I don't tell you things say where I do where hold these governments accountable in the first term and even the second term.
But
I don't tell you
according to Dixon, you be then at the other hand, they call out even your colleague then at the civil society space where things them where they say
like Marcela Samba, I go tell you what he do
against the SLPP.
No, not to they against the SLPP. They against the ideals and the values where civil society stand for. Like Marcela Samba. The software
we
they use
allow you for call names.
Okay, like me other colleagues.
One day in a situation where
no, but he call her Thomas call and just now. So if Thomas call and just now, what's wrong with me call her?
Not in a negative way.
No, I'm not call her in a negative way. I just say
how honest you been there with your advocacy.
I have been very honest. Now I make this country know me. Me not the only. I don't tell you say for where I come or where I declare my candidacy. APC blogger they cost me mama all over. You know why? Because they know say I get the zest, I get the temerity, I get the temperament for make sure say I hold this office here and continue for keep them inside them belong. Honesty and credibility now where you come on and do. If Mabel Grab now say today I want to go APC, it don't left Liberty TV. Mabel Tinap and Tokan. Thomas Dixon, where they so now where they go up and can down, they work with every sector. Decide say today are they go to APC, the country they celebrate her. Because before it in a corner, it decide for come out public, make everybody understand, say Thomas Dixon don't take this position now today. So for me, Mambu, after years of service, I have served this country. There is no village, no chiefdom, not in this country where I not don't enter in this quest of advocacy. So they come into this office with wealth of experience, where the forgotten men and women within the SLPP, the forgetting boys and girls within the SLPP, the forgotten old and new of the SLPP.
Question you issues of integrity.
Questioning integrity, you know they ever done. Even President Bio, every day they question integrity. When President Bio vie for president, say he get blood in my hand. They don't kill people. They don't run away, go Ghana. There were no evidence to prove it. So the question as politicians, the questions of integrity, the question of honesty, the question of loyalty to your conscience and to your country, they come up, they come up since John was a boy, and they also get for come up, take Jesus Christ come back to life. So waiting down they tell you, those are distractions. You have to keep your head high and focus on the issues we get for do with the lives of the people. Mambu. As politicians, we take political powers for make sure say we change the lives of the people, affect the country positively, as how President Bio done they do.
Mambu, you think so?
I still want to respond to
they come to
there are things where Dixon is where I get what I still want to respond to.
All right, you think say with example they like you, we don't confirm say you don't be card carrier
yes.
for the SLPP
since I was 18.
Since you be there 2018, what
Yes.
means say even though when you be there as civil society,
Yes.
you're not a member of a political party.
Yes, but I was not participating. That
You
draw
na
that dichotomy there.
carrier of a political party.
Yes.
With your example existing, you think say Sierra Leonean them go trust una colleague that we don't left na the space say they are genuine, they are not pushing an agenda.
No, it's not an agenda. What thing that they do is selfless. In fact, civil society, the money way journalists they make, civil society not the maker. Journalists go program and put 2-3 million give them. Civil society go meetings, go workshops, where it come out. So what thing that they do is a selfless service to the nation. Now in civil society they do. Anybody, and not to paid up job, not to post in right letter, say, they give you appointment, can be CSO. It's a passion. People see a problem. Then put a group together for identify that problem there. So Sierra Leoneans need for continue for celebrate this set of people. Just like how they need for celebrate the journalists. Being a journalist in this part of the world, not to something way easy. It is a selfless service you guys are giving to the public. So all of us, what we do, we are giving a selfless service. That is why some of una, in fact, I know say after a year, una all for declare for my candidacy. You know why? Because now they get somebody where they go inside, we don't feel una pain. I saw Khadija and Mabel first hand taking Okada, riding keke to go to 98, sacrificing from Yanda, the Hill Court, take come to New England. I saw them first hand. I feel those pain. I'd see Khadija that they sit on a studio.
Mambo,
what I say for drink no
but
day
you realize
during those days.
this position where you dey vie for. Na capacity where it be na ideologies you go for the preach.
Yes.
The ideologies of the SLPP
Yes.
is not that of every other Sierra Leonean. So how you keep the say you dey go for advocates for the people?
Yes.
When an ideology, you go for the preach.
So the SLPP ideology is the ideology of Sierra Leoneans. That's why we said one people at the camp. Now lady from the, no at the camp you now you they determine that day. Now you they when I say every in democracy, it mean majority. You not going to ever get 100% in anything. But when they say every, in the context, it means majority. Because this is democracy. In democracy, you cannot get everybody for support you. All you need is the majority, the voices of the majority, then support you. But then again, at the camp,
so like
the voices...
Wait, like how you grease an ideology get for the preach. Let we look at this context. The APC, if the APC can have power 2028, how you plan for the preacher ideology day, where go be genuine advocacy, where you say now you want for
okay,
do,
first...
where, for example, the SLPP, then if you then opposition, the APC,
so first of all, Astafullah...
How your ideology go work with them?
Okay, so first of all, Astafullah 100 APC is not coming back to power. Lord Leader Foundation, this is a premise we will need to understand. It's a concept we want to get. APC is not coming back to power. That is one. That is an aside.
So that's what you have to be preaching.
So I'm coming.
Now
I'm coming.
For the
so now come now.
An ideology of
so
the SLPP.
The ideology of SLPP.
This is not like interest of the people where they carry you go to that
no, it
position.
Is. Now, you see,
it's not.
Now,
an ideology of the SLPP.
No, at the camp, the Sierra Leoneans people, the people of Sierra Leone have bought the ideology of the SLPP since 2018. They buy them. They also buy the ideology of SLPP in 2023. So I get the all right for Tinapna and tell you say the ideology of the SLPP as of today is the ideology of majority of Sierra Leoneans. If you want me for quantify them that way. But yet again, SLPP is for one country, one people. When President Bio assumed office and declared the free quality education, and not say they declare the free quality education for the Southeast. No. President Bio declared the free quality education for every Sierra Leonean child, irrespective of your family political lineage, irrespective of your association politically, irrespective of your name. President Bio declared the free quality education for empower, for build the human capacity where APC not able for do for the past 50 years. President Bio stood in the cross of both Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and that of Jesus Christ, where we believe in so much and stand in the gap for say Sierra Leoneans need to be educated. The human capacity of this country needs to be built. He invested money into it. He changed the budget, increased the education budget. Today, I can tell you there are over 3.5 million kids in school today, compared to over 280,000 we've been there doing APC term. Are they all Southeasterners? No. Are they all SLPP members? No. So when Atinap Naya with my full chest and say the SLPP ideology is the ideology of Sierra Leone. Take NASIT as a case study. The NASIT where SLPP build, is it benefiting only SLPP? No. The NASIT is benefiting majority of Sierra Leoneans today. It's not only benefiting the SLPP. When President Bio went to ECOWAS since Shaka Stephen 52 years ago, and 13 heads of state look Sierra Leone, 8 million people, I even they feel for cry, because among like Nigeria, other countries where the population so huge. President Bio, when they are stood there, 13 heads of state came together and elected him as the new chairman of ECOWAS. Believe you me, every Sierra Leonean needs to be proud. Wherever you are as a Sierra Leonean, you need to stand up and tap your chest for say we now have a leader, we now have a president, we assume power, where they make sure say he rebrand not only this country, but make sure say SLPP continue for be sexy in the eyes of every Sierra Leonean. SLPP continue for be in that gap where APC be don't leave, where APC be don't left, the void of bad governance. The Sierra Leone People's Party under the leadership of President Julius Maada Bio don't hold that gap. Why is Mambu coming in? This is the final point. Why is Mambu coming in? Mambu is coming in. No, I'm not campaigning. No, Mambu is coming in for stand in the gap of the lost souls of SLPP.
Mambu at the camp. Dixon. We just
no, I know you respond.
We know go. When we come back to you, go respond.
No, I'm not campaigning. I'm not respond to
Dixon.
Yes, sir.
No, I don't respond to Dixon.
Yeah, no, you can't because you don't use all
no,
the
I can't.
time.
I don't put the point.
Okay, let's go.
Dixon, you ever see time they like this coming? Mambu sitting here na national television with how many people watching him trumpeting the SLPP?
Well, to answer your question, yes, I don't see him because from 2018 I see Mambu as somebody who is loop-sided, one-sided person supporting the agenda of the government.
Even though he be doing to civil
Even
society.
though he be doing to the civil society. And this is just the real Mambu is coming out now. But since that time they are seeing Mambu, they do that. Now coming to your
so that point they make also is not true.
Mambu say having your young people being destroyed by Kush in your regime will be the legacy of the young people. We talk about President Bio rebranding. How can you rebrand a country with you are hosting Europe's most wanted drug lord? Is that how you make a country sexier? Is that how you rebrand a country? Look at what happened at Sky News internationally. Then they showcase Sierra Leone young people. Some not even reach the age. Some are just adolescent. They not even reach youth. They have been destroyed by Kush. Is that how you rebrand the country? You rebrand the country by hosting cocaine drug lord? So, you rebrand the country by hosting...
So that also is misleading.
Do you rebrand the country?
Sierra Leone is not currently hosting drug lord.
Do you rebrand the country?
So that's also...
We know that...
No, you don't know that.
We know that 𝐒𝐢𝐯𝐲𝐢𝐈...
No, you don't know that.
We know that 𝐒𝐢𝐯𝐲𝐢𝐈...
No, you don't know that. There have been series of correspondence. No, hold on. No, so now you are complicating yourself.
Yesterday's
as a journalist, no, hold on.
Article...
No, hold on, Thomas. No, hold on. No, you don't need to come. No, it's important. No. This is important. We are talking about the government of Salome. The government of Salome. The government of Sierra Leone. No, hold on. The government... No, hold on. The government of Sierra Leone, of course, internationally. For the first, no. What
rebrand this country?
No, it's not about coming to me. What Thomas they talk is misleading. Sierra Leone is not hosting. No, I cannot even allow him to continue because he's misleading the public. What Thomas is doing is misleading the public. That is not right. Sierra Leone is not hosting. No, Sierra Leone is not hosting. This is fact.
One of the newspapers in Europe carry an headline: Bolo Jos controlling immigration,
that is
controlling drugs.
So let them bring out the evidence. There is no evidence to that.
Bolo Jos is in Sierra Leone.
It's not. There is no evidence to that.
We saw a white man behind the president.
So you saw a white man. Is it?
That has been identified.
You saw a white man. No, what you saw is white man.
Bolo Jos.
No, it's not.
It's been identified.
That's not true. That's not true.
Is that how you rebrand the country?
That is not true. So talk about the United Nations Security Council.
Mambu.
Talk about the...
Let's
talk about young people that are being destroyed by
the MCC. Let's talk about the MCC now. Okay, let's talk about the MCC now.
Let's talk about young people.
No, let's talk about control of corruption. Let's talk about the MCC.
Control of corruption for which we have decreased.
No, from what? Let's talk about the MCC. I saw the barometer report.
No. Let's talk about
decreasing, but we are still above.
Alright, welcome back. You still watch the Breakfast on Liberty Online TV. We still get with two studio guests them. We na Moses Mamboe, them they call CSO Mamboe. Now they contest for the position of National Publicity Secretary in the SLPP. And this morning, we will discuss now if this kind of trend continue, if civil society activists them continue for going to mainstream politics. Waiting for experts. We can wrap up the program. We will just come to them for one bite, and we hope so we'll get a civic conversation as we round up this edition of the Breakfast Show. We will come to you, Mambu. For wrap up with you, Thomas Dixon. Waiting at your message to the rest of the civil society activists in terms of guarding their space for ensure say politicians them no use that space there in disguise of propagating the party's agenda.
Now we country in a country of victimization, because in the West, both politicians and journalists not afraid for associate with a particular ideology of a political party. Then they come out and say, like for example in UK, the Sun newspaper will come out and say, I'm endorsing this candidate because of A, B, C, and D. If you go into America, for example, Fox TV will come out and say, I am endorsing the Republican candidate because of A, B, C, and D. As people they go, we get a lot of motivation when people they go into politics with. For me, I think so if you're in a civil society, maintain your integrity, maintain the ideals of civil society. If you don't use for the blast party A, where party B come, blast them. One guy we me don't admire na the guy na Chadi. He's been very consistent of late, and I think he's doing a very good job. With that, he said CSO, they need to pay them. Yeah, they need to pay them, but CSO got a lot of contracts. They get a lot of contracts from international organizations. If you are credible, you would attract those funds. That fund, they need to take you to. So for me, I advise the younger ones who want to go into activism. It's a good field. And as he say, it's a selfless field, but it's also a very good field where you cannot be rich like us journalists, but you can be comfortable. So for me, maintain the principles I highlighted at the beginning of the program, autonomy. You maintain, you get a context. If you say, I want for focus day, you go get a lot of support. At the beginning, it will be difficult, but as time progresses, it will be fine. And I want to use the opportunity for wish Mr. Mambu and all the one that would contest na the race.
Focus here.
No, you, Mr. Mambu, and all the one that would contest for the PRO and the leadership na the SLPP. Well, because these people are the political leadership na them party are APC, SLPP, NGC, and any other party. Apparently, if them party they win, could transform themselves into leaders in the government. So I want for wish you all well and hope say the agenda go be Sierra Leone.
All right. Over to you, Mambu. If you not succeed in this race, waiting now you fall back strategy. Waiting next.
For continue for work for the party. Whoever wins, I they work with them because I know I get the best ideas for make this party sexy again. For make we attract young people in again, for come back na this party, because this is what the SLPP is known for. I go continue for push my advocacy within the party, for make sure say the forgotten men and women of this party also go be recognized across zonal level, constituency level, district level, to regional level, up to national level, because this party is a grand coalition. We call SLPP.
How you plan for that? If you be an ordinary member,
no,
where if you not only
you know, so Mambu in itself right now are popular by myself. So being part of the SLPP as a member, they continue for push.
Get that kind of influence.
Of course, they get some because they know me.
Push for anything.
It happen because they know me. The SLPP is the only political party we get a national reach. There's no district in this country where SLPP no get thousands of supporters them. So I call on the delegates them at this point, make them watch for the competence. Somebody will go come and represent this party also in the best interest of the party.
You still
at the campaign. That is why I'm here.
No, but
Mambu is here, and you say una self na this studio need for declare support for Mambu because una need a PRO. Listen, una need a PRO in a political party where they feel what una they go through. We go able channel where una call upon one time and know what it mean when you call upon me.
Right,
so it's very important that
una clearly show now say there are two camps in the SLPP. You have the radical inclusion wing.
You have the radical inclusion wing, you get the Ibima movement, you get the Ali Kaba,
Okay. You get the RIM, the IBEMA, the Alikaba.
Okay.
Who say you belong?
So la look, Sierra Leonean people, when I watch the close way away, my fellow delegates them from SLPP. Now one camp I belong. That is the camp of President Bio. And not in any other camp. My camp. No, at the camp. Please, at the camp. No, at the camp. Well, that is your opinion. But my camp in this race, the only camp I get into this race, na President Bio. Because I dey into this race for win and make sure say I continue for protect the legacies of President Bio. Because anybody will for wear that shoe with President Bio will well so today. We all for TNAP like soldiers behind President Bio for make sure say we protect in legacies. Because it is those legacies. Because it is not. I not getting my president.
That's now you the chairmanship position.
I don't get no chairman. My chairman is President Bio. My chairman is President. No, my chairman is President Bio. Yes, I believe in Paran for the next Secretary General because he's rugged. No, I can't.
Also, as somebody we believe in as chairman.
Fine. So if I believe in you, Thomas, you can believe in Mabel. I don't believe in Mabel. No, we don't get the same ideology. My ideology is President Bio's ideology for make sure say Atinap soldier to soldier, toe to toe with President Bio for protect in legacy. Because if SLPP for maintain power, which we know we are going to maintain power in 2028, everybody for make sure say we be na President Bio in camp for make sure say President Bio deliver and we succeed for change this country for the better.
Thank you very much, Moses Selu Mambu. We join with this morning for can add your voice to the topic we'll look at.
Thank you.
We say if civil society people continue for going to mainstream politics, waiting the country for expect. And many thanks, Thomas Dixon, as always, for lending your voice on critical topics. We get to do with national. We get to do with national interest. And apologies, we're not able to read on our messages them. Continue for send your message, your comment, your thoughts on all the topics that will bring Cantona. Only on Liberty TV, you'll get the opportunity for your critical voices on critical issues that we get for do with national interest. Musa Saukoma and Samuel Thomas that they support the production team for bringing this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you. Continue for watch Liberty TV throughout the day. We'll get very interesting content that will be produced for now. Mina Khadija Bango, they say have a blessed day.
All right, and till we meet on the other side, Mabel Kabade say get a good day and goodbye.